So hello everyone and a very amazing welcome to all. By the end of this year, we the CCD team decided to do a video tour over the capital cities of India and their rich cultural heritage. We started with our first episode last week about Hyderabad. Now we are back again with the second episode about the city which is a part of the golden tourism triangle of India. But there are three cities of Agra, Delhi and Jaipur which are in the golden tourism. So any guess what we are going to talk about? If you're done guessing, then this is our second episode over the journey through India, and we are going to talk about the capital cities of the land of kings. Yes, Rajasthan's pink city, Jaipur. Starting with the birth of the city, Maharaja Savai Jai Singh II is known to have founded the city of Jaipur on 18th November 1727.
And Jaipur is called as the first planned city of India as it was planned by a Bengali architect named Vidyadhar Bhattacharya. By the following, the principle of Silpa Sastra is the science of Indian architecture. And it is commonly known as Vastu Sastra is an art of building architectures for the comfort and prosperities of citizens has been used, constructed in a span of 4 years.
But that doesn't explain the fact why Jaipur is called as the Pink City. Well, the reason behind that lies in the year in 1876 when the city was painted with terracotta pink color in the grand welcome of the Prince of Wales, and since then the city has taken a unique identity as the Pink City.
Then the city is well known for its Hawa Mahal, Jal Mahal, Amir Fort, Jantar Mantar and several other places to visit. Numerous stories to tell. Each and every place has a history of its own, and the stories, legends, which make it even more special and interesting.
The most famous among them is the Hawa Mahal, also referred as the Palace of Winds.
Hawa means air in Hindi.
Extra knowledge, I guess. Anyway, this place is a 5-story building, looks like a honeycomb of a beehive, tilted at an angle of 85 degrees and shaped like a crown, and mainly have 953 windows beautified with the lattice work, which only adds to its beauty. Now, if you are wondering about the need of so many windows, so this architect was made for the royal ladies to watch the daily life of the people in the streets without being noticed. Now, I really have no idea how much this idea of not being noticed really worked, but it became a masterpiece of the Rajputana architecture in India.
And the next one on our list is one of the two UNESCO heritage sites, Jantar Mantar, which sounds like a magical spells, but it is a place of great astronomy, which is a complex of 19 instruments constructed in 1734, constructed to vise the position of solar system through naked eye.
I really can never understand why people at that time were so much obsessed with science. I hope someone somehow stopped them so that they wouldn't have created that burden on our syllabus. Anyway, what is done is done. And another famous fact about Jaipur is its literature festival, which is, by the way, the world's largest free literary festival, which is attended by people from all over the world, from writers to filmmakers, lyricists to novelists, all visit to witness thousands of artists from several countries. It started from 2006 and the last edition of this grand festival was celebrated from 24 to 28 January in 2019 in the Royal Diggi Palace. And with all these architectural wonders, Jaipur also have a great history of cultural and historical sharing. Also, if you have an eye for fashion or like to dress up a lot, then you are going to be amazed by the variety of the choices of black bangles. Whether it is for a wedding, formal occasions or just casual wear, you are going to love the choices of the black bangles. And if you are going to visit Jaipur, then enjoying the camel ride is a must. The best camel ride in Jaipur can be enjoyed around the Jal Mahal and the Lake District.
And with all this, when it comes to Rajasthani Cultural Festival, that is the best time to visit here. That is in the August month of Tej Festival is a 2-day celebration festivals, and where they are proficients carried out with women folk dressed in traditional Rajasthani dress. Okay, and after all this, if one still wishes to feel the old Rajasthan, then the Chokidani is the best and must visit place, which is a resort where the guests are treated in the traditional Rajasthani way, where you will experience the folk dance, folk songs of Jaipur, which you are very sure going to love and happiness.
And with all these, Jaipur is also known for its famous hotel suites in the world, where the Raj Palace Hotel has a per day price of 50,000 US dollars.
And now, by the way, talking about their hotels and hospitality, they have a good track record in their field, and some might even argue that they are best in business when it comes to building architectures. And the Rajputs were very protective their properties. This is why they built many forts around the Jaipur to protect their lands and properties. And now today in and around the Jaipur you can see many forts that are great for exploring. You can explore the famous Amir Fort. It is located in Amir, a town with an area of 4 square kilometer, located 11 kilometer, and that is 6.8 miles from the pink city. It is originally built by the Minas and later it was ruled by Rajman Singh I. And Amir Fort is located in Hayana Hill and it is the principal of tourist attraction in Jaipur. And Amir Fort is known for its artistic style elements. And with its large ramparts, series of gates and cobbled path, the fort overlooks Mota Lakes, which is the main source of water for the Amir Palace. Alternatively, if you are a history buff, you can visit the Nagarkar Fort, which is also located on a hill in the Aravalli Hills, which was one of prime defense for the pink city. By the way, the Nagarkar means adobe of tiger. And adding to our nation's diverse nature on clothing, we also have diverse cultures in food habits too.
This comes from the different way of living that every state had its own landmass variety, and it makes India quite unique. As you might identify, north from Jammu Kashmir to Delhi, they have a cold breeze from the Himalayas, while the Rajasthan and Gujarat, the western states, have the hot and humid climate. And over the Ganges belt, we have the fertile and plain lands. And if you move further to the east, then you will notice the northeastern states having the breezy cold weather due to the tropical sides of the Himalayas. And if you move further towards the center of the nation, then you would notice the humid and hot weather. And moving to the south, you would notice the Deccan Plateau in the Telugu region, whereas in the Karnataka, you will notice a bit cold in the riverlands. And further to the south, in Tamil Nadu and Kerala, we have a coast on one border and the hills on the other, and having the fertile land in between them. So, India is a diverse subcontinent in its own, which gives us so many different cultures we can only imagine about. By the way, we will continue this wonderful conversation about our gorgeous country with a new city in our next episode of the journey through India. Until then, sayonara. This is Chris Cross Tamil, over and out. And have a happy 2021.